People of faith are typically very concerned with issues related to life, issue of abortion. Please articulate your personal stance on issues related to life and what plans you have to pursue strategies that promote life. Mr. Orso, we'll begin with you.
I was rated 100% pro-life by the organization. Now, in fairness, there was only one bill that we had this session, so I want to make that statement. But also, I've answered questionnaires to others that I do not favor exclusions in abortion. My wife and I went through 6.5 years of infertility, and for our first daughter, she spent 7 months on bed rest, and so we had. She had multiple miscarriages before that, so it's very emotional for women, especially with the challenges they face. And I think it's important that we do what we can to protect and defend life. And that's who I am. I'm a lifelong Catholic. I've always believed that. My family believes that, and I would like to see that. I'm actually working and talking with individuals about making some changes to some adoption laws because their concern is that maybe there are people who are abusing the system in terms of adopting maybe more for profit. So I'd like to look at some changes that we can put forward in the next session to make some improvements in our adoption procedures.
Thank you. Ms. Davis.
My husband and I and our daughter Hayden are Episcopalian, and we, all three of us, are pro-life, and will continue to be pro-life. And we've had issues when we were pregnant. And after we were pregnant, we have one child, and we are very blessed with that one child. And we are just very blessed to have Hayden with us, and we are pro-life. And we teach her that life is precious, and life begins at conception, and we're pro-life.
Thank you. Mr. Heck.
Yes, 100% pro-life. I mean, that's an easy question. A lot of this stuff that we've seen recently or may have seen, I maybe watched 1 second of the first video, and that was, that was 1 second too much. So absolutely 100% pro-life. I'm a strong Catholic, grew up going to Catholic schools, and so it's very important to me, and 100%.
My SCORE, the Louisiana Right to Life, the agency that I'm heavily involved with, is 100% pro-life with no exceptions. I don't believe we should ever step in the way of what God might want to do through a life, no matter how it is so valuable, such an unbelievable thing. The Bible tells us that life, a human being, is different than anything else on the planet. And anytime we get away from that, we've created our own definition. So I'm grateful for the definition that we have in the Bible. I've lived by it my whole life, my wife and I, and my family. And a couple of things you asked, what would we do in sort of a proactive way? Well, one, I would love to see our legislative body become more involved in some of our area crisis pregnancy centers and whatnot. We're involved in those now, trying to help young women make difficult choices. We have teams of volunteers that work consistently to go and pray and help folks that really have those issues. Because it's not an easy time, and those aren't easy choices, but sometimes they just need a little help. It'd be great if our legislative body was involved in that. And then I think we're all shocked about the atrocities of Planned Parenthood, and I agree with you, Ryan. I'm not going to sit there and watch. I don't need to. It doesn't take but a snapshot to recognize what we really are, who we really are, and who we really are in Louisiana. So I have no problem offering legislation to eliminate funding, all funding, for Planned Parenthood in the state of Louisiana without exception.
Thank you. And thank you, candidates, for giving us your time tonight. I know that some of the people here might want to interact with you guys on an individual basis, and so we want to make that time available and honor the time that we told you all and these folks at the forum would like. So thank you for giving of your time tonight, and we pray God richest luck in